Hi Daryl, my name is Nate. In this short video, I'm going to show you 8 critical problems with your website that's costing you clients and it's costing you money. I'll show you the problems and I'll show you how to fix them. So to start, let's go over these 8 problems. You have a brochure website, not a website that sells. You do not collect names of emails of visitors. It's poorly written. There's a lot of grammatical errors. You don't use headlines to catch the interest of visitors. You don't have any customer recommendations. You don't have customer-friendly design or navigation. Your call to actions are weak. And you have poor site loading speed. I'm going to talk to you about these 8 problems in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And when I'm done, you're going to have your eyes opened about the problems with your website. And you'll know exactly how to solve those problems yourself. So as you can see, we're here on your site. To begin, I just want to point out that I'm impressed. I see that you have a successful company. You're making a lot of money. You're servicing a lot of people. And I want to say thank you. First and foremost, disaster relief's a really important necessity to our community. I have a deep respect for that. With that being said, I have to say that the 8 problems that I've observed in your website are so severe that I'm certain that they're costing your company a lot of money. So let's jump in and get started. You have a brochure website, not a website that sells. It looks fine, but right now it just functions as more of like a paper brochure. It's been posted online. Like, you have some navigation, up here. You have some engagement. But honestly, most of it's just a big line of text, and I kind of see that through the entire site. Regardless of where I go, it's very basic, it's very plain. Same picture, or a different picture, but just then a line of text. Same with the service areas. I also want to click on those, but we'll go into that. To compete online, Daryl, you need to think about your website as an extension of your sales department. You want to think of this as a salesman that works literally around the clock to help your customers proceed to the point where they're ready to make a purchase. As your website is now, it does speak to feelings and such, but it's not engaging the customer to read your heartfelt desire to help them. You want to take care of them in a disaster, but most disaster to me suggests anxiety. It suggests I want to know now, I want to see quickly, and I'd have to read a lot to figure out what was going on here. What I suggest you do is for every service or product you got, write some text that makes the customer more interested in the service or the product. Write relevant things with icons and different things that they can hover over. With problems that the customers are experiencing right now. So maybe in the home, rather than having this water damage cleanup, Utah mold and testing, fire and smoke, maybe you have those pictures all right here. And when you hover over a picture, it does something to the image, makes the image darker or something like that, zooms in on the image, and makes it cleaner and makes it more interactive for the customer. Also using those small pushes toward actively choosing you. It could be an offer phone consultation, some sales material, something else. So number 2, you do not collect names and emails of visitors. And Daryl, this is really, really important. People may have found your website on Google. Maybe they came in because they were recommended by a company or friend. Maybe they saw one of these ads that you put in the yellow pages or these trade magazines. What's happening is that you're spending a whole lot of advertising money to get visitors to your site. And a select few will find these numbers and just call. But there's actually a lot more people that are really interested but not ready to call. Studies that we've seen have shown that while you're dealing with people that are looking for high-cost products, like a new roof, like mold, fire, big fixes, you can split them into 3 groups. There's 50% that'll never buy, 3% will buy immediately off of these call to actions, which, I would assume is call to actions up here and you don't have one. We'll talk about that, but yeah, and then there's going to be these 47 that buy in the next 18 months, and those people are in what we call a research phase. They have a problem that needs fixed, but they're still looking for the right company. It's these 47 that are a really great opportunity to you. They're your potential customers. What I'd suggest is to get those 3%, you're going to want your call to action, which we'll talk about. And then for that 47, I would offer some kind of subscription offer down here, maybe right up at the front right here, like subscribe now to receive a free training. Maybe you could say avoid costly disaster mistakes before they happen to you and your family. 5 things to consider before choosing a disaster specialist. That's something that I thought of. I'm sure there's a bunch that you could think of. Now that you've collected their emails, you can set up automated emails that'll send the customer an email every month for the next 18 months. They contain helpful articles, videos. This way you're building a closer relationship with the customer and they can start to trust you. It doesn't cost extra to collect email addresses. You've already paid. And if you don't follow up with these people during this research phase, most likely they're going to choose your competitors. It's 2019. If you're not sending out emails letting people know about these things, someone else is. So this is a huge opportunity you're missing out on. 3, just noticing in the blog, it's not very professional. When I read this, it looks like it was read or written by a project manager sending a quick memo out to his frontline team. So it says mold inspection in Salt Lake City. There should be a period or some kind of thing there. While I was inspecting this Salt Lake home for mold, I observed this carpet in one of the bedrooms. It appears they've been doing repairs, getting the home ready to sell, and I would assume they're planning on replacing the carpet. Then you come down here, mold removal in Park City, Utah. That's a thought. That's a finish, or that's some kind of dash or something. Just finishing our mold cleanup in this Park City home. This is a home in close to downtown, built into one of the steep hillsides. It's just poorly written, poor grammar. Something that we could definitely give you some pointers on, help you with. Number 4, you do not use headlines to catch the interest of your visitors. Headlines are the most important piece of text on your website. So if you read a newspaper, you'll not read through every column of text. You're going to skim through. So when I skim through this, it's all the same. Nothing catches my eye specifically. So as a user, we've found that I think it's 85% of people will leave your site if the aesthetics don't appeal to them within 4 to 5 seconds. And there's nothing that really appeals to me here. What I suggest is that you make some big headlines. Customer-oriented, focused on customer value. We are your Utahdiaster specialists. 24/7 support, or have that rotating through so they can see these fun facts about you, these things that draw them in. Instead of having, you kind of have this 90s theme going on where it's like the underlined hypertext link that you can text, and it's really it's just really outdated in the website world. Number 5, you do not have any customer recommendations. This one's huge too. I see down here that you're rated 4.9 on 13 reviews, but I don't see where that's coming from. I don't know if that's Google reviews. I don't know if that's reviews that you've had written for you. I have no idea. So you've been in business for a long time. I'm sure you have great rapport. I would just recommend getting those reviews, or if there is a way for you and you already have those reviews, just posting those somewhere down here. And again, as a user looking for reviews and looking for someone to say, hey, I trust this guy, I can't leave a review on someone that I haven't worked with. Number 6, you do not have customer-friendly design or navigation. This is a WordPress site. I don't even have to look it up, but I do have a Chrome extension that can tell me that you're in WordPress using PHP, you're running Google Analytics, MySQL database, your blog's coming out of WordPress. Yeah, your design is built like a WordPress SEO site, and these things are getting pulled off the market. They're getting dropped down in the Google hierarchy because they're just running static SEO. That's why you have all these pages. Meaning that these old things that looked for SEO on your site, they're called crawlers. They can only find it if you do it this way. So it's bulky, it's hard for your user, rather than coming in and seeing air duct cleaning, fire damage, mold damage, sewage cleanup in just one thing that I can go through and click through. You have to have a separate page. Same with the service areas. There's a thing called dynamic JavaScript SEO now. It works on everything that you're using, which means you can make your website really nice and still get better benefits of search engine optimization. Number 7, your call to actions are weak. There's nothing up here. There's Facebook pages and Pinterest boards and Instagram, but this is not going to be something I go to in an emergency. I would click on these before I clicked on this as a modern user, but these don't take me anywhere. So making a big call to action here, that 3% of visitors that buy right away, put something, schedule a free consultation, or let's talk about mold, whatever works with your client base. And then number 8, this is the biggest one, is that you're losing 42% of your traffic before they've even reached your site. Statistics indicate that anywhere from 42 to 53% of your customers will leave your site in the first 2 seconds of load time. The truth is, people in this age have horrible attention spans. They're instant gratification. They want to see these highlighted points that make sense to them. So we use a thing called GT metrics just to check your site speed, check the security of your site, and it's probably the most well-used and most well-known metric site out there. They work with Salesforce. They've GoDaddy, Microsoft, BMW, WebMD. These guys are the real deal. So we'll analyze your site really quick. So 3.8, that's not good. You're pushing the 4.4 seconds, which means that 53% of your traffic, no matter how much money you've paid for SEO, no matter how much money you've dumped into Yellow Page ads, even if they go to your website, you're losing 53% of your traffic right now.
Hey, I'm Bo. I'm an account executive over here at Octopus Mountain Studios.
And I'm Nate. I'm the owner and founder of Octopus Mountain Studios. We just wanted to say thanks so much for taking a few minutes to check out our video. We know these problems are costing you clients. We also know they're costing you money. What we'd recommend is just give us a call, 801-413-9540, or shoot us an email, info@octopusmountain.com. From there, we'll schedule a free consultation with you, take you through all the other additional problems we found on your website, show you exactly how to fix them. And from there, you're welcome to use your own dev team or fix them yourself, or we'd be happy to take care of all the problems for you. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.